Hey guys, this is Iceberg. And he's not important. Just kidding. My name's Makenna Hennegan, a former Husky alumni of this school. An alumni is a former student or graduate of a specific school, college, or university. See, you're learning stuff already. Now, a lot of you are probably a little scared at this point. I mean, you got 4 classes instead of 1. You gotta move around, and you got a locker combination to remember. You're thinking, how am I gonna deal with all of this? Luckily, that's what your teachers are gonna teach you today here at Ice Camp. My job, however, is a little different. I'm gonna teach you the history of our school. Yeah, I know, history. Blah, right? But it's a lot more interesting than you'd think. Now here at Icenhower, we have teams. A group of 4 teachers, each in charge of a different subject. Math, history, language arts, and science. And each team has a name. Anchorage, Denali, Iditarod, Juneau, Kenai, Klondike, Kodiak, Takatna, and Yukon. Well, that's what our teams look like here at Icenhower. But in reality, they look a little different. So let's try this again. Alaska became a U.S. territory in 1912, the city of Anchorage began to grow. But unlike most cities in the area, it was neither a mining nor a fishing town. Instead, it was a railroad construction port for the Alaska Engineering Commission. Today, it's most known for being the starting point in the Iditarod race. Fun fact though, in 1917, Anchorage voted to change the city name to Alaska City, but the government declined the change. You may be more familiar with Denali National Park, founded in 1917 to protect the diverse wildlife that lives there, from Dall sheep to iceworms. Denali is actually the highest mountain in North America, reaching 20,320 feet at its peak. But Denali is the name given to it by the Alaskan natives who lived there, long before Europeans made contact in the 19th century. So, to stick with tradition, we'll stay with Denali. Though, I think Denali sounds cooler. Emphasis on cool, because the annual temperature is negative 28 degrees, making it the coolest place outside of Antarctica. The Iditarod race is a 1,000-mile dash through the harshest climates Alaska has to offer. Dog sled teams race through mountain ranges, frozen rivers, and forests, all the way to Nome. The trail began as a mail supply route for the cities of Alaska, used most historically for the serum run from Anchorage to Nome. We'll talk more about that later. Today, it's used for the Iditarod race, known worldwide as the last great race on Earth. Juneau, which is a city in Alaska, but not just any city, it is indeed the capital. It was the first city to be founded in America after it bought the land in 1867. It was founded after a mining engineer named George Pitts said, "Find me the gold!" And they did. The Alaskan natives brought him the gold, specifically Chief Cowee, and Juneau quickly became a mining town. Today, however, it mainly consists of government workers, tourism, and commercial fishing. Fun fact though, my parents got married in Alaska. Kenai is a city located by the Kenai River and on the Kenai Peninsula. And it actually has a long history of conflict, as it is the location where lots of fights broke out between local natives and European settlers. Kenai became a port city with the arrival of shipping companies, but in 1957, oil was discovered nearby, leading to the first major oil discovery in Alaska. Team Klondike gets its name from the Klondike Gold Rush in 1896 to 1899. When gold was discovered there in 1896, people rushed there to get the gold. An estimated 100,000 people traveled there in hopes to gain riches. Sadly, as with most gold rushes, only few actually got the gold. In reality, the conditions were terrible, and supplies had to be carried by foot. So you had to go there, drop off supplies, and then come back and get more. That added up to 2,500 miles of walking. Hope you got your perseverance, boys and girls. Kodiak refers to the Kodiak bear. While your average brown bear will weigh from 151 pounds to 360 pounds, the Kodiak bear will weigh 300 to 600 pounds, making it the largest bear in the world. And you thought grizzlies were scary. Now, the Kodiak population is at a historic high thanks to efforts to preserve this special species. Fun fact, natives would hunt these for clothes and food, but they'd leave the head to respect the spirit of the bears. Good afternoon, listeners. This is Miss Hennegan live on 103.2 KOS. Our top story today is Makenna, a small town in Alaska with a population of only 54 people. Can you believe that, listeners? It's the location of a tribe recognized by their government as the Makenna village. In 1923, Makenna started their own radio station, and they even have their own newspaper, the Cusco Times. But their real claim to fame is being a checkpoint in the Iditarod race, where tourism flourishes and dog sled teams are able to rest in the small and friendly town. Last but not least, we have Team Yukon, named after one of the mightiest rivers in Alaska. The river does start in Canada, but it turns into the state and then divides it in half. It also runs for about 2,000 miles. That's the same distance from Dallas all the way to Panama City. It's famously known for the salmon runs, because the salmon there have very rich meat. So there you have it, Huskies, the history of your team to be, whatever team that may end up being. But now, it's story time, because here at Icenhower, we have our own little hero. Sorry, Iceberg, it's not you. In 1925, word came from Nome, a town in Alaska, that an epidemic of diphtheria was about to break out, a disease so contagious it could easily wipe out the entire town. Luckily, an abundance of antitoxin was found in Anchorage, but the train could only take it to Nenana, which was still 600 miles away from Nome. So the mayor of Nome came up with another idea. 20 dog sled teams would relay the medicine all the way to Nome. One musher, named Sapala, volunteered to take the serum from the checkpoint in Nulato to Shattulik. Sapala's team was the fastest in Alaska due to a special dog named Togo. Togo led the team on the dangerous Iditarod Trail to get the serum to Nome. While crossing Norton Bay, they heard another team calling out for them. They had almost passed the next team with the serum, but even worse, there was news. The epidemic was getting worse, and so the route had been changed so more mushers could run the serum continuously through day and night, which meant the serum needed to go back to Golovin, where the next team was waiting, 90 miles back, forcing them to cross Norton Bay again. But it had to be done. The weather conditions were so bad Sapala couldn't see against the wind and the snow, and so Togo led the team alone, the only eyes and ears they had, and courageously he kept going. Thanks to Togo, the serum made it back to Golovin. Now the dog who gets the most fame for that run is Balto, the dog who led the last team that crossed the finish line to Nome. But the only dog who gave so much of himself he was never able to run again was Togo. Togo ran 350 miles, over half of the entire 600-mile distance from Nenana to know. And that's why here at Icenhower, we recognize Togo as the real hero of the serum run. So now that our journey has come to an end, here's some words of encouragement. Think, dream, believe, achieve. That's the school motto, by the way. But it's also some great words to live by. The next few years of your life will be filled with teachers cheering you on to go the extra mile, just like Togo did. I'm not gonna lie and tell you it's gonna be easy, but it will be worth it. Always remember, your teachers are here to help you. Take advantage of that. Don't let your fear or your pride get in the way of your learning. I never asked for help, and that was a great mistake on my part. Also, join a club. I won an award for my performance in the drama club, and I'm grateful to have those memories now. So let's get out and make some memories, Husky. And remember, once a Husky, always a Husky.
Wait. Let's do a bunch of cool tricks and I'll keep the coolest one.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Wait, I'm fierce. Now you see me, now you don't.
Action!
After the Cut!
Action!
What the sound? What?
Record. Action. Do you remember your line?
No. Line! That is the first and only time you were ever gonna get to throw a package up my ass.
Alright, I'll take it. Action. Record.
Funny demands soup.
Record.
Behave! Wait, what was I doing? Oh, right.
You were
okay.
acting.
Right! Acting. Luckily,
Are you okay, Miss Hennegan?
Miss Hennegan is very flustered. She needs her morning coffee. Don't bother me. I want more. Anyway. Sharpay. Okay.
Can't. Action.
Luckily, here at Ice Camp, that's what? Cut! I did. We all did. Shut it up. Okay, maybe we're like 3, but like, who's counting?
Yeah, I am.
Behind the scenes is what teachers are really doing when you're not there. Apple.
Action.
So, that's what our teams look like here at Laker. Yeah,
This is Lake Ridge. Okay. Action.
Stop.
Okay. Action.
Good evening. Look. Cut.
Cut. Action.
Okay. Anchorage. Do it again. Okay.
Record. And action.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. I'm gonna be more like whoosh. Okay. Whoosh. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway. Getting down low to the floor. I'm a tree.
Record. And action.
Don't you dare throw that at my face. The dog sled teams race. Don't you? The trail began as a